This video will show you the law of attraction versus reality transurfing. I'm going to share with you a totally new manifestation process that I think is so powerful that I think can absolutely transform your life. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now, in this video, I'm going to be explaining more about the process of what is called reality transurfing, which is actually a book that was written by a quantum physicist in Russia. It was originally written in Russian, and what happened is then they translated to a whole bunch of different languages. Now it's in English. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's a little bit hard to understand. It's definitely got some advanced understandings when it comes to the whole process. I think that there's still a lot of value in it, but what I've been doing recently is I've been really going deep into this book to understand it from so many different levels. But not only that, I've been applying it in my own life and practicing it to see if it makes a difference. And through putting the principles in my own life, I've been seeing amazing things happen. I feel like it's like almost I'm gliding to create what I want. Now, gliding means it's coming with ease. It's coming with I'm allowing things to happen versus me and my old narrative, which was just grind, 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 which I still have a strong work ethic, but it's coming from a much different place. Now, just to give this context, I've been doing videos on the law of attraction for the longest time now. I've got hundreds of videos on it. And what I'm going to be proposing in this video is that some of those concepts are a little bit outdated. Now, what I mean by that is it's not that it doesn't work, because it always depends on the person and the person's belief system. But what I'm saying is that there is a higher level paradigm to which to create from. And what I want to begin doing on this channel is to begin to merge these two worlds together, of having a higher level of awareness mixed with reality creation. And to understand this, let's first understand the old paradigm, or the old way that we've been talking about the law of attraction. Now, under the conventional ideas of the law of attraction, we are here, we want to attract something into our life that isn't here already. So what we do is we're told in a lot of books that the best thing to do is to have a very strong desire to get ourselves to peak up to the emotion that we want, and then to do whatever we're supposed to do in order to get what we want. And that can still work. I'm not saying that doesn't work. There's still aspects of that I apply in my everyday life. But now let me explain reality transurfing from a deeper level to help you understand more about it. Now, reality transurfing has more so to do with keeping things neutral. Now, this was something that I began applying and I think works amazing. What you do is you lessen the degree of importance on anything you want to create in your life. Because by doing that, you bring yourself closer to it and you begin to see and feel that it's something that you can experience. I recently did a video called Attract What You Want by Decreasing Its Importance, and it got amazing feedback from you guys. So that's why I'm now going deep into reality transurfing. So what it means is anything that you want, what you do is you lessen the degree of importance. Because what happens is anytime that we are giving something more importance than to what it is, what happens is from an energetic level, there are forces that come into play that balance out that energy. So if there's somebody that you're intending to get into your life, and maybe you're trying to attract someone into your life, and you meet someone that you like, and you put them on a pedestal, you make it very important that things work out well because this is your chance. What happens is you immediately begin to repel that person because you're giving it excess meaning, you're giving that person excess importance. They can normally feel that, but also at the same time, things just happen to where that reverts back to what it was. Those are the balancing forces that are coming into play. That's why this is more about balance than anything else, and understanding that you can create from a neutral point of view. Things can happen, they can't happen, it's okay either way. You're going to be okay. And when you have that perspective going into it, you're less detached to the outcome. And that's one of the things that's very important with the law of attraction process, is detachment from the outcome. Well, with reality transurfing, it is already built in and it makes it so much easier to understand. Now, I've explained on this channel before also about creating using parallel realities. That's something that reality transurfing also talks about. Now, what this means is it's called in the book alternative space. Now, what this means is, in a way, think about it when I talk about parallel realities. The idea is any parallel reality you can possibly imagine exists right now in the present moment. It's simply vibrating at a different frequency. In order for us to perceive it, we must begin to think, act, and feel like that is who we are. that is who we are. And as we do that, we begin to resonate with that reality. Well, it's similar with reality transurfing. What you do is you realize that there's any possibility you want is in the alternative space. What you do is you simply choose from that point of view and you set intentions. So the most important thing with reality transurfing, I'd say, is knowing and understanding intention. Now, intention is when we have a determination to act in a certain way. It's something that we give ourselves credence to do. Whereas it's a lot about also talking about that desire is not the best thing. Now, not that it's not the best thing, but desire is something that many times holds us back from experiencing what we want. Because when we have desire, we are negating that the experience is here right now. If we were to say to ourselves right now, I desire to have, that ice cream cone, it means I don't already have the ice cream cone. But if I were to acknowledge that I already have the ice cream cone, then I am coming from that place of abundance. So the idea is, in the manifestation process, you're not so much focused on having a desire, like the desire is going to get you somewhere else, which is something that they talk a lot in the law of attraction about, and how powerful desire is. Now, this is when desire is the most important. If desire gets you to a place of making intention, then it is powerful. Now, I've used this analogy before, but if I have a desire to put my hand up right now, but I don't do it, the desire is absolutely useless. However, desire is useless until it gives me to put the intention to raise my hand up, because the moment I put an intention to raise my hand up, I can do it. But the desire does nothing without intention. Now, that's one of the main ways that you can let go of desire. It's either one of two ways. One, to decrease the importance you're giving whatever it is. If you're putting it on this pedestal of whatever your desire is, whatever your goal is, you immediately begin to distance yourself from it. But the other thing you can do is take action. When you take action, you dissipate desire. That's another part that's important with reality transurfing, is when you begin to do that, what you do is you start to resonate more with the desire that you want. Now, let's get back to parallel realities. Now, what this means is that because every reality you can possibly imagine exists, and they use a little bit different terminology in reality transurfing, but the idea is you set an intention for something that you want, but you don't really want it, because from the point of view of reality transurfing, it already exists. So it's a matter of matching that thought process, matching that feeling, but having more of a neutral type feeling with this. And this is something I think that is just absolutely transformative when it comes with the process, is understanding the difference between having and putting the desire out there versus being able to put that just simply as an intention, but also to neutralize the importance. If there's one thing I want you to understand from reality transurfing, it's that when you decrease the importance of something you want to create, you increase the probability of it. Now, there's also other concepts, and there's exercises in the book Reality Transurfing. He talks about the difference between inner intention and outer intention. How inner intention is something that we will ourselves to do. Outer intention is more of the ability to have what we want. It's almost like, think of it as the larger scheme of things, and knowing, instead of wanting to attract something out there to over here, it's almost like we make it so that the ice cream cone wants to come to me. So I'm not attracting the ice cream cone is attracting me. You see, so it almost puts a deeper perspective into play. Now, another important part of reality transurfing that I totally forgot to mention is this idea of what is called pendulums. Now, the idea of what is called a pendulum, think of a pendulum as a layer of reality, an energy, how do I want to word this? Pendulums are an energy structure that is created from our thoughts. Now, even if it's not visible to us, it's an energetic structure that is created from our thoughts. And what happens is these thoughts want to live within themselves. Now, this means that if we think about something, think about it almost as a layer, an invisible layer of whatever we're thinking about is constantly imprinting everywhere we go. Now, this is the thing, and I'll get more deeper into this in another video if you guys want me to, but this has to do with understanding social conditioning. When you think of reality transurfing, what this means when it comes to pendulums is that when we team up together and we are all putting thoughts towards certain things, what happens is we end up creating its own energy structure. And this energy structure, so say we put say for example there's pendulums at a soccer game. The pendulums are, there's an energy that's feeding between the crowd. People are thinking they want their team to win, the other people want their team to win. If something happens, they're reacting to it. There's a wave of emotion that gets, a mass wave of emotion that goes through the crowd. This is a pendulum. And the idea behind it is understanding that the pendulum will take on a life of its own, and pendulums want to live. So even if you fight social conditioning, you're still feeding into that reality. Now, the idea behind this is that pendulums are running most people's life experience because most people are unaware of what they are. This is what they call, like in the movie The Matrix, this is like being within the Matrix and not being asleep to it. This is kind of how most people live. They get banged around with these pendulums because they think they're having their own thoughts, but they're really having the thoughts of the pendulums. Certain political structures, you're either Republican or you're Democrat. Those are pendulums that people buy into, and whether you argue them or not, if you're on either side of the fence, you're a part of the pendulum. And that does is that means that you're generating the emotion of the mass consensus, and in order to get through that, you learn how to observe your thoughts, you learn how to observe the emotions and be aware. That's why awareness is the most powerful thing when it comes to this process. You become aware of what those thought processes are. So this helps you to wake up from the dream of these pendulums, or the hypnosis. That's what I meant to say. You wake up from the hypnosis of these pendulums and you learn how to really think for yourself, and from that point of view you can then create what you want. Otherwise, you think that you're having your goals, but you may be having the goals of the mass consensus. You might have a goal to become famous, which always isn't the right way. Now, the reason I say that is what Reality Transurfing says is that you never should have the goal for money, for fame. You should have the goal to be doing your passion, to be authentic to who you are. And as you do that, a side effect of it is that fame, is that money. That is a side effect. Your heart doesn't understand that the connection between the money and the money equals freedom or whatever emotion. The heart understands passion, understands you doing what you're excited about, and as you follow that, you make and give yourself the side effect of that, which is an abundance of all of those things. So I know this was more of just me explaining reality transurfing to you, but I think it's just such a powerful manifestation process. What I'm considering doing is creating some type of content for you guys, maybe a product or something that can help you apply it in an easy type way. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. What I also might do is create some type of meditation that will help you go through the process of decreasing the importance of something you want to create, understanding how to go through this process to make it something that's powerful. It's something I've been applying in my own life. I find it so powerful. I find it much more connected to I relate to it a lot more because it brings in spiritual awakening from a certain perspective. It brings in the awareness of a higher level paradigm to which we can create from, which still can have my work ethic, I can still have different aspects of it, but just using simple techniques such as decreasing the importance of something, understanding that we must feel, not necessarily desire, but intend, it changes everything. So let me know what you guys think about this video. If you guys want more of this type of video, let me know. Let me know if you guys would like me to create a product or something of reality transurfing that I think can add value to you. Let me know what you guys think in the description box below. Also, I did create a meditation that will allow you to raise your vibrational set point. I think it can completely transform your life if you guys apply it. So feel free to download that. I'll put that in the description box below. And other than that, as always, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hit that little notification gear next to the subscribe button so that you can see the daily vids that I do. Other than that, as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, and namaste.